We all know Muzan is a monster. He's responsible for countless deaths, unimaginable suffering, and is, without a doubt, one of the most hateable villains in modern anime. But have you ever stopped to think, beyond the power, beyond the cruelty, that being Muzan Kibutsuji would absolutely, unequivocally suck? Today, we're not here to forgive him, not at all. We're here to pity him. Because when you peel back the layers of his monstrous ego, you find a creature defined not by strength, but by profound, pathetic weakness. This is the tragic case for why it sucks to be the Demon King. Let's start at the very beginning. Muzan wasn't born a god. He was born dying. From his first moments, his life was a countdown to the grave. His heart stopped multiple times in the womb, and he was declared stillborn, nearly cremated before he let out his first weak cry. His entire childhood was spent battling an unnamed, incurable disease. Think about that. His entire worldview, his core identity was forged in a state of constant, debilitating fragility. His obsession with immortality isn't a quest for power. It's the desperate, terrified screaming of a child who never knew a single day of good health. His entire existence is a reaction to the trauma of his own weakness. So, a desperate doctor gives him a prototype medicine made from a mysterious blue spider lily. And hey, it works. He's not dying anymore. He's super strong. He can regenerate. He's immortal. Awesome, right? Wrong. The cure was a curse. He traded a death sentence for a prison. In exchange for his life, he gained a new, even more terrifying weakness: the sun. This single, most fundamental, life-giving force on our planet becomes his instant death button. He can't walk in a park on a sunny day. He can't see a sunrise. He can't experience half of what it means to simply exist. For 1,000 years, he's lived in literal darkness, hiding from the light like a cockroach. He gained eternal life, but he can never truly live. He's the ultimate night owl, but not by choice. He's a prisoner of the moon. For a being who preaches about the supremacy of power, Muzan is fundamentally a coward. Everything he does is motivated by fear. Why does he create more demons? Not to build a glorious empire, but to create a meat shield army and to have them search for the blue spider lily so he doesn't have to. Why does he want to eliminate the Demon Slayer Corps? Because they are a threat to his safety. He's not a conqueror seeking glory. He's a paranoid shut-in who wants to eliminate every possible thing that could ever hurt him. His goal isn't to rule the world, it's to make the world into a perfectly safe, padded room for himself. And nothing proves his cowardice more than the man who scarred him for life. Yoriichi, the first Sunbreather, the man who came so close to ending Muzan's reign of terror that it inflicted a trauma that has lasted for centuries. Muzan, the self-proclaimed perfect being, was utterly humiliated. He was sliced into 1,000 pieces and could only survive by running away like a coward. This event didn't just hurt his pride, it was burned into his very cells. His body viscerally remembers the terror of sun breathing. Every time he sees the Hanafuda earrings on Tundro, he doesn't see a young boy. He sees the ghost of the man who almost erased him. For all his power, he lives in the shadow of one man, a ghost that has haunted him for nearly 500 years. That's not a king, that's a victim. Sure, he's surrounded by the 12 Kizuki, his most powerful demons. But are they his friends? His comrades? His family? No, they're tools. They're disposable employees. He rules through terror and narcissistic control. He put a curse on them so they can't even speak his name without their bodies exploding. He can read their minds at any time, eliminating any concept of privacy or trust. He can't love, he can't trust, he can't form a single genuine connection. His human families are just disguises, puppets he uses to blend in. For 1,000 years, he has been the single, loneliest being on the planet, trapped in an echo chamber of his own ego and fear. No one understands him, and he's incapable of understanding anyone else beyond their use to him. So let's sum up Muzan's 1,000-year-long life. What has he actually accomplished? His one and only goal for a millennium has been to conquer the sun. He needs one of two things for that: find the blue spider lily or create a demon that can withstand the sunlight. And for 1,000 years, he's failed. 1,000 years. He's had all that time, all that power, and he couldn't find a flower. He couldn't successfully engineer one of his thousands of demons to do what he wanted. Until Nezuko, which was a complete accident he had nothing to do with. He's not a master strategist. He's a terrible manager who rules by fear, which stifles innovation and leads to his subordinates lying to him constantly. He's a failure at his only life goal. So when you put it all together, what is Muzan Kibutsuji? He's a terminally ill man who took a cursed cure. He's a prisoner who can never see the sun. He's a coward whose every action is dictated by fear. He's a trauma victim suffering from centuries of PTSD. He's a narcissist so completely alone he can trust no one. And he's an incompetent failure who couldn't achieve his one goal in 1,000 years. His evil is undeniable, his actions are unforgivable, but his existence is at its core deeply pathetic. He's not a force of nature like a hurricane. He's just a broken, terrified creature who was lashed out at the world for a millennium because he's afraid of dying. And that doesn't make him any less of a monster. But it does prove that despite all the power in the world, it truly, truly sucks to be Muzan Kibutsuji. What do you guys think? Does this change your perspective on Muzan at all? Or is he just pure, irredeemable evil? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to slash that like button and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching.